If you are in the UK, winter is not just cold weather alone, but it is a season for opportunities. I've experienced and seen it firsthand. And many of you have been asking me, is winter the best time to apply for care jobs? Is winter the best time for me to switch from one organization to another? Is winter the best time for me to pivot? And my answer will always be a definite yes, because I've experienced both worlds. I've transitioned into a different role in the winter. And in this video, I'm going to be exploring how I did it and why I still feel winter is the best season for one to look into transitioning or switching into a different role altogether, or even switching organizations. A big welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Florence, and on this platform, we do talk about life in the diaspora, life abroad, and we talk about opportunities, struggles, and success stories. We do share them on this platform. So it's been an amazing year where we have shared experiences, where we've shared opportunities, where we have shared even struggles, and we've stayed together. So I'm going to be sharing this opportunity of pivoting and transitioning into switch roles as a caregiver. So every winter in the UK, care companies, care organizations, and even hospitals suffer intense pressure. And this pressure comes from more discharges. I work in a hospital and I've seen it firsthand, because everyone wants to be home for Christmas. It's tradition. Christmas for the British, it's always about family. So most of the patients are asking, when am I going to go home? I really need to be home with my family. I need to be sorting out gifts. So there is anticipation of going home, increased anticipation of discharging a lot of patients. This as well now puts pressure on domiciliary companies, care agencies. They do struggle in the winter. Also in the winter months, this is the end of the year, and there is staff burnout. People have been there throughout the year, holding fort, and they do get tired. Pressure gets on. So there is a lot of fatigue, a lot of burnout among staff. Also, with it being winter, staff sickness will be on the rise because it's winter season, and flu and cold-related illnesses are on the rise. So that puts pressure as well on the care sector itself. And most organizations, be it residential, be it care homes, be it the NHS, be it domiciliary care companies, be it support care companies, are not just browsing through CVs. They have got no time for that. They are hiring for survival. They are hiring because they need the staff. They need people out there supporting the business. So that's why I'm saying it's a really important time to pivot. It's an important time to apply. I'll share with you a bit of my story when I moved from domiciliary to the NHS. I remember I joined the NHS in the summer as a bank care worker. I had been applying throughout the year with no tangible offer, with no tangible interview invites, until the last, I think, 3 applications that I made. That was in November. I got 3 invites, 3 different hospitals, but within the same trust anyway. So I went to my interview. Besides preparation, besides packaging my CV well, it's only now that I do realize they really needed the staff. Now that I'm inside, now that I'm working within the organization, I have come to realize the demand that is associated with the winter months or with the winter season. So that is why I'm encouraging you, if you're watching this video and you're thinking, I want to try, I want to give it a go. Should I wait until the new year? Do not wait. Apply now. They really need you. They really need staff. They really are in massive demand. So winter times is the best time for you to apply. Don't wait until the new year. Don't wait until the season is over. They are looking for people like you. So this is when I think I've shared this so many times. When I applied for the job that I applied for, it didn't mention that it had sponsorship. They just wanted someone for full time. And having interviewed me, probably I did so well. I don't know. But however, I managed then to get hired. And when they rang me to say I had been successful, they didn't mention anything about sponsorship. I had to ask for it. I had to negotiate my way into sponsorship. So these are some of the things that you have to be prepared to do, to say opportunities are not going to come packaged in the way that you're expecting. Opportunities are not going to come in black and white as you're expecting. Some of the opportunities you have then to go the extra mile of negotiating, the mile of really making your case. And another thing that I can say as well, because I'm an advocate for people joining bank staff, joining volunteering, especially in the winter months, it's easier to break through institutions like the NHS, the council, and other good organizations as a bank staff. Why do I say if you can't get sponsored, get in as a bank staff, get in as a part-time staff? you still, chance to enjoy the very same benefits that permanent staff do have. There is room for opportunities for training are there for you, internal training. I cannot overemphasize the importance of internal in-house trainings that you can get of some of these organizations, and the NHS offers really top-notch training opportunities. So that will boost your CV, that will increase your chances of transitioning into other roles. And I've been sharing some of these specialized or specialist roles on my Facebook. I'll put the link in the description. Do go there and also follow us if you haven't done so as well, because we are sharing nuggets there. We're consistently sharing posts on how to upgrade in our career, how to improve, how to pivot, how to navigate opportunities in the care sector and beyond, because we are not only limiting ourselves to care, but we are actually experience on the skills that we're gaining through care to then target other sectors, other job roles, other specialist roles within the wider economy. Let me be honest with you, winter is the easiest way to get your foot in, but also it can be a tricky season for most. Why? Because of all this demand, there are people who then forget about themselves and fixate themselves on the job and the value that they give, which is amazing. I mean, one of those that are happy doing that, then that is you. But then if you're someone who's been all year looking at transitioning, looking at switching, looking at all those things, don't ignore the winter season, because it's the hiring emergency season where they need people, where they are lowering their expectations, they're lowering their qualifications, expectations that they have, they're speeding up hiring, they're speeding up interviews, they are bulking hiring. So if you've been looking all year to transition, then now is the season. Why do I say it can be tricky if one is not intentional? Is because someone can be fixated into the demand that they have within the organization that they are. I mean, seeing shifts going on, whatever dashboard or whatever group that you're in, your work group, to say, oh, we need cover, we need someone in this area or on this ward, or we need someone to cover this shift, we need people to do this, we're going to give incentive, we're going to give this and that for that. So many people will forget their career goal, will forget what their goal that year has been, and just be fixated on picking shifts, being there, fixated on the incentives that are being given, the double time, the overtime that they can get out of this. So you have to be intentional if you are to maximize on this emergency hiring season. I mean, I did it and I know it's possible. I've spoken to people who have done it and I know this is very possible. Just in as much as it's good to earn more money, in as much as it's good to get the incentives, do not forget about your career progression goals. Do not forget about your goals for the year as far as upskilling, pivoting, leveling up is concerned. And by being intentional, we're not just talking about people that are going like, well, any job will do, or I just want to get out of here. You have to apply not with a weak CV, not without you to say, well, I want to transition from where I was to where I aspire to be. Leverage on the experience that you already have, leverage on the training and the exposure that you have had over the years, and use this emergency period to then apply for the job that you've always wanted, to apply for the job that will suit you getting to the next level. I mean, it's easy for a lot of people to really be stuck in entry level positions, to be stuck in where they just ended as, and not be able to negotiate and leverage on experience and expertise and the skills that they've gained over time. So these are very important times for you then to pivot, for you to be transitioning into what you've always wanted to be. Now let's talk about pivoting and how you can do it. Winter months stretches everybody, from managers to the staff themselves. Don't just think the fact that you're always short-staffed, you're always being called upon to cover shifts, you're the only one that is stretched. Even your manager is stretched. And this is the season when promotions happen. And these are an example of the positions that you integrate into and how best you can do it. Positions like being appointed as a senior carer, as a team lead, live-in carers, lead support workers, specialist support workers, NHS best roles are easier to transition or to leverage on, especially in the winter months. But again, there are things that you have to do as a caregiver for you to position yourself in these times. One of the best things that you can do for your managers is to show up as a responsible person. They count on you. When times are hard, when they've got nobody to call on, can they call upon you? Are you that dependable? Are you that one person that they know when everybody else cannot show up, you will show up? This is how others are positioning themselves. Sometimes dependability, reliability outweighs skill, qualification. You can have all the beautiful qualifications, but if your manager, if your organization cannot depend on you, then that can hurt your promotion. So look at yourself and how you're showing up. Look at yourself and how you are being, that they can depend on, and leverage on that. Believe you me, it's when your managers are stretched like this that they are looking at the employees that are coming through for them. It's when everybody else is fatigued, is bent out, that the ones that show up, the ones that turn up, the ones that get to called upon on will be rewarded by that promotions like that. So I'll leave you with 4 things that you can actually do to win in the winter as someone who is seeking progression, who is seeking to pivot. The first one is to fix your CV. CV is everything. CV is how they get to know you before they actually see you or meet you in person. Language like washing and feeding, replace them with person-centered support, dignified care, language like that. I've shared that, and I'll share a link on the post that I actually shared on Facebook about some of the language that you can use for your CV. And I hope, given time, I'll also be able to make some of those videos highlighting some of those things. The second thing that you can do for yourself is to apply with intention. Don't just apply for the sake of applying. Don't just move organizations for the sake of moving organizations. Apply for those roles. Apply to those organizations that offer training. Apply to those organizations where you can see and career progression, where training is offered, promotion, or room for other roles other than just being a care assistant or just being a support worker. There's so many organizations that offer that. And also you have to be one of those people that are aware of what you want to transition into, what you want to target going forward. The third thing that you can actually do for yourself is to ask the right questions in an interview. Ask about career progression, ask about training opportunities, ask about internal promotion opportunities. There's nothing wrong with that. And I will share with you in future videos and posts on this platform how to ask those questions, because I know they're very tricky questions to ask in an interview, but those that ask them correctly will leverage on that. Last but not least, one of the things that you can do in build is to think beyond survival. So yes, be intentional about the jobs that you're going to pick. Pick those jobs that will fund your future, fund your training, position you for promotion. Instead of really picking those jobs that will trap you, you should be able to have an eye that is so sharp enough to identify this is where growth and progression is embedded in this job. I want to go for that job. And you should also be able to see those jobs that can trap you, that can stifle growth, that can stifle skills, training, and opportunities. So if you've been waiting for an opportunity, winter is the perfect opportunity, not because it is easy, but because opportunities favor pressure. Opportunities are created under pressure. So care is a ladder, but you can only climb it when you position yourself deliberately, when you're intentional about each and every step that you take in your career. If you have been in care and have been wanting to pivot, now is the time, now is the season for you to be doing it. So, but so with intention, with purpose, and always focus it on growth and promotion, elevation, and positioning yourself for the future. That is the goal. If you're a migrant like myself, and if you're passionate about growth like myself, and you've been actually subscribed but have watched thus far, please do subscribe. And I do hope to bring you more insights into how I did it, because I did it and I continue to do it, and I continue to watch the seasons with a keen eye, because for me, growth alone is not enough. I want to grow with a community. I want to build a tribe of people that want to grow and pivot. And that community that shall share so many years down the line, their testimonies, how they did it, how they survived. And I want to do it with you. So all the more reasons why I need you on board. So that's all I had for you in this video. I do wish you a Merry Christmas. And for those that will be working like myself over the festive season, work well, enjoy the work, bring value, bring those smiles on the people that you serve, and stay blessed. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.